Hey, we're having a great Tuesday. We're going to look at another transformer for Transformers Tuesday. I went through the middle and now I'm going over here to pick up my 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one. And if you haven't seen the videos before, just in case somebody's asking me like, what else comes in the box, Dirt? If you get a box like this of 9 of them, you will get all 9 figures. The only exception is the secret one, which is not that much of a secret here, is you might get this one or this one, but you probably won't get both. I mean, the first time I ever got these, I got completely different ones, and I actually got the lucky one. So let's open this box and see what we got inside today. Probably should have brought a plate out here because things will roll, and I don't mean heads. Don't know why I'm trying to save these boxes. I just think they're so pretty, I guess. And I have a bug trying to eat my hair. Something's in my head trying to fly around. Yikes. It is a gorgeous day today. It's, well, while making the video, it's actually a little bit earlier than Tuesday. I'll give some time to put together, really nifty things to make it look a little bit better. All right. Oh, I almost lost a piece. It's another reason you really need a plate, because there's little tiny pieces that will roll off in a heartbeat and you'll never see them again. There's a lot of pieces with this one, and just judging from that one right there, I'm guessing it's Starscream. But it would be that stretch of a guess, just to guess that. All right, in this bag, now I've actually done 2 other seekers, so it's not like I'm not going to be able to figure it out, even if I didn't have the instructions, which I do. The instructions for every one of these is always the same, because it's basic. These are called Blokees, and they all have a very blocky design. They all come like this with a little bit of differences in appendages. Like, you have to put together the wings. I would highly recommend to put the wings on the backpack before you put it on his back. Speaking of which, I might as well just go and do that now. So we got this, we got the wing, and thankfully they're printed on both sides. So you don't have to like, well, I don't know, I should make sure I want to have, but I want it both. No, I want it both. You know how sometimes you might want to see it from the front, but you might also want to see it from the back. Thankfully, they let you make that. No decision there to worry about. All right, I'm starting to talk like Joe Biden now. All right, we got our stand. We got 4 hands, which are consisting of 2 fists and 2 open hands, which I personally don't care for as much. I like the fist. Okay, I'm going to be careful since I'm out here and I forgot to bring anything. So I'm going to go ahead and oh, there's actually 4 pieces. And something flying overhead. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do these because these will roll off and they will disappear because they are clear pieces. Clearly, they are clear pieces. And I got 4 of them, so I'm not sure why I got 4. You always get 3. No, never mind. You always get an extra one. You got 3, and then the extra one is the 4th one. Derp. Make sure you hear that click click on both of them, so it'll be as good as possible. I can't tell the left and the right ones separately on these, so good. I don't have to like worry about it too much. Sometimes you'd have to be sure that the certain parts on the outside. Not this one, not this time. Okay, so we got 2 runners with these little pieces that make the elbow joints. But before I do that, really quickly, I'm gonna make sure that the torso has the neck knot piece. And just make sure I get things out of the way and keep the box for all the other pieces I'm not going to use. So I'm not going to use these hands. I'm not going to use this extra clear piece. It appears it comes with a gun. So that is a unique piece. It comes with Megatron, and that is not normally with them. So I'm going to build that separately just because it's something that I don't normally have any... Oh, you have to put it through his hand. So I'm going to wait until I actually build the hands for that. All right, so that means I need to go ahead and go with the joints first. And the great thing is you don't have different joints for the knees and for the elbows. So you don't have to worry about that. And it's pretty obvious to tell which one's which. This is his shoulder. And the shoulders I'm just going to put on now since I'm outside and it's a little windy. And I have, you know, the unpredictability of the elements. This piece, I don't know what it's for, but I'm going to put it away. Then we just got the empty runner. Now, I've always wondered, does anybody out there actually use a plastic printer? Because can you recycle plastic with those things? Can you melt down these runners, for instance, and use them to make more toys? I don't know. I mean, it'd be a great idea. I mean, there's a lot of plastic we throw away every day, and if we had a way to reuse it like that, I think that would not only make it sustainable, but it would make it more inviting, I guess you could say. Because if I had a printer that can basically melt down this kind of plastic and reuse it, it may have to recolor it too, but I think that would be awesome. All right, so the empty runner is going to go into that for now. I'll deal with it later. Now make sure you always have a male and a female, and just assemble them to where they have the bulk part on the same side, and squeeze them tightly. If you don't, it's going to be hard to get them into the places they got to go. Okay, male and female, and squeeze. A male and female piece. Whoops, my big old fingers. Now, remember, you don't have to like, oh, I don't know if this is part A goes to, no, they're all the same. The only thing is there's one male, one female. If you don't understand that, you're too young to be watching my channel, so get off my channel now. All right. Okay, so now here's the part where I'm a little picky because, well, I better wait for, well, no, I'm not. I like to have the same pieces going the same way. You don't have to, because honestly, there's nothing showing. It's hidden by that part right there. So when you go down, it's gonna be hidden anyway. All right, where's the leg piece? Right there. Also check the leg pieces, make sure there's no paint on them. Sometimes there's paint apps that would make you know the front from the back. That's the left leg. It doesn't matter which way these little pieces are put in. If you put the other in, you're not gonna make a mistake. All right, I don't think I heard a lot of click on that. I must have. All right, now, the next thing I want to put on is the head. You got for this one a face and a helmet. Sometimes there's three pieces for the ones that don't have facial expressions mostly. All right, what I'm going to do is put his face on first. Okay, they look really creepy with just the faces. There's Starscream, like no head, like no helmet. It just looks really creepy. Okay, now these had to go a certain way, so make sure you got them going up, and of course there's a front and a back. Make sure that those little pieces right there are being drowned out by an overhead helicopter or plane, because we live at the beach and they just got to fly overhead all the time. Otherwise, it's going to be off and it's not going to work as well. Yeah, because it's got to be able to do the butterfly joint there. So we got a nice little range of articulation for that. Now, before I put the shoulders on, I always like to assemble the arms first. All right, so this is going to be the left arm. I like these little things to go on the outside. I'm pretty sure that's the way it should go. Again, check these for paint to see if one's got anything on the front of them, because it may. Okay. And then the right arm. The hole's going out for me just because I'm a little retentive like that. Make sure both pieces pop. Once you pop, you just don't stop. Right hand and left hand. Okay, also for the torso, for the lower torso, here's a painted side, which means the other one probably won't be. So that's gonna be the back side. This is universal. It doesn't matter which way you put for the front or back. And the panels are usually universally made. It's just a lot of times there will be paint on the front piece. This is a lower torso. Now here's the only thing I want to look at before I go too much farther. Yeah, I'll go ahead with the legs on. And then, oh, he's got extra pieces here too I gotta remember to use. So, left arm, I put these on and then put the shoulder pads on. Now the shoulder pads, again, look to see if there's any paint on them. So otherwise they're usually universal. That obviously is going to be, and also the way that these go down, you got to slide them along the thing and snap. Okay, and you slide it down, snap. Then we have these guns. They go on the little ball joints right there. There we go. Now he's unique. Somebody's cooking out. Burgers. All right. I do need to put his wings on before I do the special part that only comes with him. And that would be Megatron. So let me see how it shows in the instructions here, because that is his unique part. Okay, it shows that on top, let me get him to clear his other thing. We got this on the bottom. Okay, so it doesn't actually have to meet it. I was gonna have to come up and like grab the other thing. We got this and this go together first. Okay. Oh, no, you do have to. Okay. I was about to say, I thought, all right. Don't think, just do. Okay, so we got the gun. We got the Megatron gun. And he's like, Starscream. All right, so the great thing about these is also you get a little pog thing. It tells you Starscream in case you just don't know. It's also got this information if you want to scan that. They have amazingly great articulation. Now, there are some new things out. I want to try at least one of them, but so far I've only found a place that will ship them for $6.99 for a $10 figure for those YOLO Park ones that are similar to these. They've not made a G1 Bumblebee in this yet, but they did make one in the YOLO Park one. So I was thinking about getting one of those and trying it out and see if they're any different than these. From what I've seen on videos, they're a lot more simplified than these, which doesn't make them better at all. I don't know if they're better or not. It just depends on whenever I get one in my hands and tell. I can tell you firsthand, these are tight, not flimsy at all. And how many times if you pick up a Transformer and how I had his legs dangle, that's an unusual feature. They have great articulation. Most of it, of course, you can tell from you putting it together what ones are ball joints. And then, of course, which ones are the hinge joints, which have their own natural rotation articulation. But then that's going to keep it from rotating his forearm. And, of course, his calves aren't going to be able to do that. But you can swivel them, what would make up the, well, the thigh swivel if you had a more different approach to it, I guess you can say. And as far as articulation, you're like, oh, but I bet they don't bend back as far as oh no, they bend back pretty far. It's not double jointed, but it's pretty close. It's amazing what they've been doing these days. I think whenever I saw Gundam going back that far with their integrate, I was like, how do they do that? It's going back farther than 90 degrees, which is amazing. So let me get you a little close up of his head and some of those details. And then on the back, I'm going to tell you right now, I would definitely go to AliExpress if I was you. Get all of these. This is wave 2. Also, I have wave 1, which the way I put those videos, they come out later, so I'm sorry. I was just thinking, no. They're so amazing. I want you to get them now so that we'll get to wave 3. And I try to take my time and do only one at a time. The first time I got them, after I started building them, I couldn't stop. I built all of them in one night. It was just so much fun. But then I thought, I really want to take time and really appreciate each figure on its own merits. So I'm going to enjoy this one before I get to another one. I just think they're amazing. And that gun is really cool. So comment below and let me know which one's your favorite so far. And also, which one would you, I'm really curious, and that's why I'm rushing things a little bit. Like I've done in less than 7 days, 2 of these. I'm like really wanting to get to see if I got this one or if I got the special version of him. I'll be patient. I'll be more patient than that and find out in due time. Thanks for watching. And again, these are called Blockees right there, if you can read Chinese. And you can get them at AliExpress for about $7 each, $70 for 9 of them shipped to you. After $10, it's free shipping. So you might even get them on sale. I got my Blokees Series 1 for about $4.50 each when you break it down. So go over there and try them, find out. And I hope you have a terrific Transformers Tuesday.